Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. I left the door open so now you can really hear the washer. I could get up and close it, but I'm wearing my Ninja Turtle underwear. Don't really want to stand up in my Ninja Turtle underwear. Today we are drinking a beer that was picked up for me by Greg. Thank you very much, Greg. This is from the Refined Fool Brewing Company. This is the last of the Warm Bohemians, which is a Bohemian Pilsner at 5% alcohol and 40 IBUs, and it's warm. So this literally will be the last of the Warm Bohemians in this house. So, we have our BB Barfly. I haven't ordered a BB Barfly since Brian Becker stopped working there. I wonder if they're still as good quality. Like, these BB Barflies are a good 5 years old. There's some wear on the colors, but other than that, they're in the same condition they were in when I bought them. I wonder if they're still taken care of in the... Wow. Yeah, that's a Warm Bohemian, alright. So exactly what I'd expect from a Warm Bohemian, to be honest with you. Now, as most of you know, I do very much enjoy a lot, and I mean a lot, of Refined Fool beers. So if by chance I don't like this, it's not hatred towards the brewery, it's just that I don't like it. So you can see there is a lot of watermarks. This was cleaned today and then put down right on the table. Usually I take some BB Barflies now and I open them up a little bit and put them down on the BB Barflies so that the air can get under them and you don't get watermarks. But I didn't do it this time. Nice golden color. Big bright white head. There's a whole river of head that's moving up right from the center. Just coming straight up from the center. The weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've never actually seen that before. Maybe there's more of a watermark at the bottom than usual, but I can't see anything in there. Bright white head. No real snap, crackle, pop though. That head's sticking around, nice and fluffy. Looks like a Pilsner, just with a lot more head. And smells kind of skunky. Skunky and soapy. Not full on like, hey, I just picked up a bottle of Corona that's been sitting in the sun for an hour and opened it up. But Euro lager scented, hard water, sulfuric and soapy, and that's about it. Which is worrying me because that's a smell that I don't particularly enjoy. So this Warm Bohemian is worrying me because of that. But we've got to try it. Cheers! That was all head. Rolling right down my face. Good thing I don't have to drive anywhere, because that smelled like a Warm Bohemian. Okay, taste. Kind of like a Pilsner Urquell light, to be honest. It tastes just like a Pilsner. A little bit of straw, a little bit of straw and neutral sweetness up at the forefront. A little bit of an earthy, zesty, grassy finish. And this one, because it's a craft brew, there is a little bit of resiny bitterness on the very back end. That being said, I'd have to check my messages, but this was somewhere between $7 and $9. Do I see it being worth $7 to $9? Well, what's a Pilsner Urquell? A Pilsner Urquell is $2.65 for a 500 milliliter can. So 2 of them would be let's say they're $3 each, even though they're not. So 2 cans would be $3 for 1 liter. So this is somewhere between 7 and 9 for 750 milliliters. But it's local. Does it taste good? If you like Pilsners, it tastes good. I'm not a big Pilsner fan. Stylistically, this is pretty spot on. Stylistically, it's light-bodied, it's effervescent, it's wet. It has a little bit of straw taste, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of grass clippings, a little bit of earthiness, a little tiny touch of zest. Pretty much spot on stylistically. How does that make me feel personally? I just don't give a shit. Refined Fool makes good beer, and this is a good beer. It's just a style I don't really care about. I'm glad I got a chance to try it. And I mean, it's a warm Pilsner, and I can drink it. It does have a tiny touch of that sulfuric heavy water. Ooh, it's unfiltered, so once you pour it all out, there's sludge in there. So we'll give that another sip. I did not expect... So this would more be a Keller beer, to be honest with you. Stylistically, a Keller beer is pretty much, not exact same, but it's layman's wise, it's pretty much a unfiltered Pilsner. So this would be more like a Keller beer if it's unfiltered, not necessarily aged in a barrel in a basement, which is what a Keller beer is. But pretty close. It's closest you're going to get normally, because a Pilsner should be crystal clear. So stylistically it tastes proper, but stylistically it doesn't look proper. Does that really matter? Not unless this is an award ceremony. Is an award ceremony? Well, I do awards at the Albino Rhino Beer Festival, but I'm not doing it right now. Okay, once you get more of the sludge in there, it kind of takes that sulfuric water taste a step back, because there's a little bit more of the hoppy taste and a little bit more of the hoppy resiny finish. It's a beer. It's a good beer. It's a drinkable beer. If this was ice cold, it could just slide down your throat. Out of 10 on it? I don't fucking know. Stylistically, probably... Well, taste-wise, probably a 10, but overall, stylistically, probably a 9 because of the clarity. Overall, for myself, probably a 6.75. So 6.75 and a 9 combined together is a 15.75, which is basically a 7.75 plus. Not quite an 8, but a 7.75 plus. So overall, I guess I have to give it a 7.75 because my mark is 6.75, and stylistically, it's probably worth a 9. Yeah. Thank you, Greg, for picking this up. Thank you, Refined Fool, for making it. My uniform's almost clean. Awesome. The last of the warm Bohemians. Bye.